Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Miami. That's episode 11 of season 5, so let's get right into it. So pretty good episode, guys. It was definitely entertaining. There were some things that upset me, which we will get to, but we pick up where we left off last week, where all the girls are sort of defending Larsa, and Nicole is super upset, so she gets up and leaves. I feel like that sucked because, of course, I think they were wrong, but not only that, it's Nicole's party. So that was unfortunate, but you know what? She decides to get up and she's gonna go have fun because this is her party. And then at the party, Adriana and Lisa arrive. Lisa shares with the women that it's really getting official now. Like, it's getting really real because Lenny has already presented legal paperwork to begin the divorce. So it's starting to feel much, much more real. And then speaking of divorce and papers, Adriana brings her date. This was the date that Alexia had said that he was married. And so they're all sitting together, and then he proposes a toast. He says that he toasts for people to mind their damn business. And this was clearly throwing shade at Alexia. And, you know, things get hot real quick. He actually starts to get pretty aggressive, and he has some papers to show to Alexia. And he's even, like I said, he's aggressive. He's like, can you even read? And Alexia gets super upset. And Adriana says that she doesn't want people to say that she's going out with a married guy. But Alexia gets up and she doesn't want to hear anything from them. She doesn't even want to see the papers. She gets up. She doesn't care. So a few days go by and Alexia calls the girls to invite them to a lunch. When she called Nicole, though, Nicole was a little confused, and she even asks, are we even friends? But she does agree to go to this lunch. We see a few scenes. One of them was Larsa preparing some content for her thing. You know, I think that, I don't know, I'll move on from that because that's, but she's with this friend that's in her house, and she begins to talk about Nicole. And all that Larsa does is she kind of plays the victim and puts all the blame on Nicole. Speaking of Nicole, though, there's also a scene with her, and she's with a friend who actually, she appeared in season 3 as a therapist, but they are talking about the party, and they eventually begin to talk about Nicole's dad. She has so many underlying issues with him, and it's really hard for her to move on. And one of the things that's also really, really difficult is for her to accept his new girlfriend, because she did mention that most of these girls are really young. So I can imagine that the girlfriend must be around Nicole's age, maybe. So maybe that's what also makes it difficult. But like I said, she started to tear up, and it was really emotional. But okay, so the lunch day comes, and Alexia, before everybody gets there, she tells Marysol that she was actually wrong. She didn't scroll all the way on the page to see that the man actually is divorced. And we're speaking of Adriana's date. He is 100% divorced. Alexia just didn't read the page properly. So then Larsa comes. Her and Nicole are ignoring each other. They're not even talking. That makes sense. I understand why. And then once they're all there and they're eating, Alexia asks Julia, why didn't she say anything about the man that was being so disrespectful, referring to Adriana's boyfriend? So Adriana jumps in and says that it's because what Alexia said, was wrong, and the reason that he asked if she could read was because it was dark. And they start to argue a lot. Unfortunately, Alexia does look a little ridiculous in this argument, only because at the end of the day, the man is not married. So, it just looks dumb for her to be fighting because she's in the wrong. And Adriana tells her that it was not nice for her to accuse her of dating a married man, and that it was also not okay for her to go looking at things that were none of her business. And then Nicole jumps in and says that they should stop because what really matters is the intent. So she's clearly throwing jabs at Larsa. And then she addresses her directly and tells her that what she did was wrong. And they begin shouting so loud. They begin arguing, but it's shouting. I don't know, to see who can shout the loudest. And Larsa said that supposedly she has evidence and DMs, and Nicole is like, okay, show it then. So as they're all fighting in the table, two attorneys that Alexia invited come, and they are going to ask them some questions. And so they're all sitting with them, and the first to go is Julia. She asks about the adoption, which is news to a lot of them because not all of them know, but she doesn't really want to share that with certain people, especially like Larsa. Like all of these people, like she's not really close to them, so I understand why she wouldn't be sharing something so intimate with them. And then Adriana proceeds to show the paperwork to the lawyer and says, can you clarify that this man is divorced? And the lawyer reads it over, and he says that indeed the person in this is divorced, and everybody starts clapping and saying, yay, yay, he's divorced. But Alexia looks mad, like she looks really mad, and then she tells Adriana, yeah, he might be divorced, but he's still disrespectful. Then Nicole asks the lawyer a question regarding defamation of character, clearly another jab at Larsa. But for some really odd, strange reason, Alexia jumps in and tells her to go ask another attorney, or maybe she should go ask her husband who is an attorney. Like she actually gets up from her seat and starts shouting at her. And I'm just so confused why Alexia is so mad at Nicole, and why on earth is she defending Larsa? Like I said, getting up like she found to do something. And Alexia starts saying that she paid the lawyer so much money and she's not going to be wasting that money for dumb questions. And Nicole, like, she gets mad. She gets up, goes to her purse, gets her credit card, and says, I offer to pay, which, you know, was a little like cringy, but I get it, you know, because she was like making reference that, like, let's be honest, out of all of them, I think Nicole is the richest, like, at least like from her own self-work. So I don't know. I don't really like this gang up that they're doing, because even Marysol jumps in, who is also defending Larsa, and she shows some alleged Instagram DMs in which somebody said another rumor about Nicole, but Nicole says that, you know, like, this is not admissible. She even throws some shade at Marysol and says that she's drunk half the time, so she's not like reliable. And Nicole says that she always feels under attack, and I gotta agree. I don't understand why they're being so tough on her, especially since she was clearly the person done wrong by Larsa. So I don't really get that. That's one of the things that I've been keeping in the back of my mind as I've been watching these episodes. And then, like, you know, the tone switches a little, and Lisa actually, you know, has questions that she needs answering, to which, what is happening with her and her divorce. And she asks, what would happen if this new girl that's going into the relationship, aka Lenny's new girlfriend, what if Lisa doesn't want her to be around the kids? And they also like ask questions like discussing if you have a trust for the kids and stuff like that. And there was a really sweet moment where like everybody rallies around Lisa and they're supporting her. And Nicole points it out. She's like, wow, y'all see how like for the last 30 minutes, like none of us have been fighting. We've been here for Lisa. And then Adriana kills a vibe by asking Alexia, so are you going to apologize? And I busted out laughing because it was so funny, because like it was all sweet, and then Alexia just goes back to it. And Alexia says that she will never apologize. But she was wrong, though. That's the thing. Alexia is what you call a cara dura. She's the type of person that even if she's wrong, she just doesn't want to apologize, which kind of sucks. But, you know, being a little bit more serious, the last scene was definitely really hard to watch. So it's Lisa at her house, and Lenny comes, and they completely break the fourth wall. He says that he doesn't want to be filmed, and she tells him that they're being filmed, and he just sounds so rude, so dismissive, so toxic, the way that he talks to her. Like, he doesn't give her any respect. I wonder why she's not the one divorcing him, because who would want to be with him? Like, just so rude. He even tells her that he will do everything that he can legally do to take her out of the house, because he knows that she's not going to leave voluntarily. And it's just the way that he talks to her. Like, if she's nothing, it like I said, really hard to watch, really horrible guy. Like I said, if I were Lisa, I would be jumping out. Who would want to be in a relationship with him? But really hard to watch and really unfortunate. I really feel bad for her. And that's where the episode ends, you guys. Like I said, a lot happened, a lot of drama, a lot of fights, a lot of screaming. But what do you guys think about this episode? And what do you think about Nicole? What is your opinion on how the group is treating her? Because I don't think it's fair. But you guys let me know, and also let me know what you think of Lisa and Lenny. I'll catch you guys next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a great one. Bye.